What's going on? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Been around the world and now, yeah. I can't have my baby. I don't know and I don't know why. My baby, I wanna find him. What up, y'all? Excuse me. I've been around the world and now, yeah. I don't know when I hit the like, hit the subscription as y'all come in. If you new here, be true here. Hit the like, hit the subscription. I can't get crying, wasting too much time. I've been around, yeah. Been around the world, but now, yeah. I can't find my baby. What up? Man on YouTube. What up, my nigga? Pause energy only. What's good? Let's talk about it. Hit them likes as y'all come in. I ain't gonna start talking until it's about 20 likes. It's about 20 people here coming in real quick. Hit the likes. Come on. That's all I ask. Let's get this in the suggestions. Been a long week. BS. Peace and blessing. Ain't nothing. Come on, get them likes up, man. Come on, man. All you have to do is just tap the button. Y'all tap on Instagram all day. Hit them likes. Send them likes up. Thank you. This is the stuff I was talking about. Let's talk about it. Before I start, I want to give a shout out to Dave East for bringing me out at the Gramercy Theater the other night. He brought me, Styles P, OT The Real, Al Bial, Fab, Jim Jones, King Bemo. Show was lit the other night, man. Gramercy Theater was on tilt the other night. Price of Pain out now. Go get that on all streaming sites. Shout out to my brother Franchise. Shout out to my brother AJ. Shout out to E. Shout out to Kwani. Shout out to the whole FTD. This is so y'all see what the title say. 38 Spesh verse was taken off of Davies' new Price of Pain album. So this is what I was saying on previous episodes. I think I said this on my first episode, or my first take on the 38 Special versus Jada Kiss. Like how this shit is just spinning all out of proportion, paperwork, parties, all type of shit that this shit ain't supposed to bring in, right? So, in my first assessment on this, I was saying, even though you can independent, you don't want to close the doors or get blackballed when it come to this music thing. Independent is a small little section in this music business, right? But to be independent and be successful, you also need commercialized appeal. And that comes in with features and camaraderie with being connected to different artists. You need allies in this business. And once politics start to getting into place of your business, that's when the business get tricky. Yeah, it's bad for business. Excuse me. That's some candy and shit. Ah. And I said that when this first began, like You can be an independent, right? But niggas will start fucking up business that you got. Like, you gonna get money off doing your things, but what happens when you start doing these doing features on other niggas' albums that got relationship with people you beefing with? People are gonna play the pick and choose game. People are gonna play the politics as usual game. People are gonna play the, you know what I'm saying, the leverage game, and that's what, and you beginning to see this, and that's why I said a small little thing as wanting a verse from a person spent out to paperwork parties upstate versus downstate. This shit ain't looking good for nobody because it's just nasty and it's messing up business. It's messing up the camaraderie of artists. Is unbridging the gap that we've been working on for so many years from upstate to downstate. It's just becoming a big hip hop mess now. You know what I'm saying? Because it done spiraled out into the street aspect, which is never good for business. So yeah, and I said, even though, right, even though Spesh might not feel he need these industry niggas, in a certain sense you do, because even though you're independent, New York City is still an industry. If you're not living in Atlanta, New York business is still in the industry, and you need that leverage to still be able to come get your beats placed. You're not only a rapper, you're a producer. So what if you want to work with an artist that had, and you got beef with a nigga right hand man? So that stops your money right there. So when you said, oh, that don't stop my money, it does stop your money because it stops leverage. You know what I'm saying? And be like, yo, it's either, and playful people would rather not get a beat from you to savor and keep their relationships with somebody that you beefing with at the end of the day. You know, they look at it as it's a million producers, a million niggas I can get a sound from. And that's how it is. That's why you gotta be careful of who you go up against war is, because you need allies. You can't go to war with no allies. You can't go to war with people that don't have no leverage. It's people upstate that chimed in and did their rhymes or something, but they don't have no leverage because they don't have no they don't really have no really they not really in the game yet. You know what I'm saying? They still doing their thing locally. They ain't put no numbers on the board yet, so they don't really have a say so, or they really can't be a helping factor. You can have niggas that support you from your region, but if they not a factor in this music business, it's just like having dead allies. You can't use dead people. You can't use motherfuckers you can't utilize. Everybody can, chime in and get they shit off, but at the end of the day, it won't be no help to Spesh because they don't have no leverage. Spesh might be the biggest artist coming out of his region right now besides Griselda and Stove Cooks. So that's a real small threshold of people from your region that actually made it, that can help you far as leverage against this thing we call an industry. There's no foundations up top. They trying to get up, but it's right now is not there. That's a fact. Jada didn't duck no one. What the fuck you talking about, niggas? Nah, Jada ain't duck nobody. Nah, I ain't, nigga. I just woke up. I'm good, bro. I'm good, James. I'm straight. Straight, bro. I had a great show the other night. Like I said, thank you for East for bringing so many artists out from the city. Styles P, OT the Real, Albie Al, Jim Jones, Mano. I can't forget about Mano. King Bimo, Kwani O, my bro Pitt from Queensbridge. It's 46 minutes after midnight here. But yeah, I'm also on the Price of Pain album. I only did like 2 bars, like a little interlude for each album and shit. I was on the last album that he put out, the For the Love Part 2, me and King Bimo. That's the song that we performed, the Outlandish. That went up when we did it the other night. Had a very great time, very great performance, fresh, smelling good. Everybody backstage, everybody vibe, everybody came out, everybody was vibing. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man Hardy from Patterson. He was in the building too. Shout out to Drewski. They ain't let him backstage, but he was in the building. 38 been that nigga. 38 been lyrically nice, great producer. He was a child prodigy. He been making music since he was a little kid. He's very talented. But what I was explaining, especially in my first assessment, is like you got to be careful who you go to war with. And when you go to war, it ain't only about having money for war. You got to have allies. You can't fight a war by yourself. I couldn't. It's just like saying this. You can't. I couldn't be a one man going to Afghanistan or Iran to go fight up a war. I die instantly. Why? Because you don't have no allies to fight up against you. You gotta, like, upstate don't have a regent. Upstate is not a regent that has leverage as far as the music business. And whoever has leverage upstate, they doing their own thing and they not even trying to get in the middle of no bullshit that's disrupting their business. So far, you heard, you ain't hear Benny chime in, you ain't hear nobody from Griselda chime in on this issue. Is because niggas have relationships, and it took so long for upstate to get relationships in the city to where is helpful for them. You know what I'm saying? Niggas spent their whole life trying to get next to niggas like Kiss and Fat Joe and so many people, because niggas know at the end of the day, you need camaraderie in this business to sustain a longevity career. And you know what I'm saying? But, I guess, to each his own. That was Spesh just calling me. Yeah, it's nasty work because niggas in this game, it happened to me. It happened to me. I got blackballed in this shit. It's not a good feeling. It's not. Spesh lyrically is one of the best in the game from upstate. It's because he put in the work, and you gotta you gotta take your hat off the people that stand on their own 2 feet. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stand on you gotta stand on your, especially being an independent, because let me tell you the difference from being an independent and a fucking major. Being a major, all you really have to do is fucking rap. All you have to do is rap or be a producer, have your look together, have your image, have media etiquette, know how to talk, this, that, and the third. Cause they gonna have a publicist, they gonna have managers, A&Rs, everybody gonna do the hard work for you. Put up the money for the budgets, radio, this, that, and the third. As an independent, you gotta You got to do all that by yourself. You got to know promotion people. You got to know radio people. You got to know distribution people. You got to know soundstage people. You got to know merchandising people, marketing and promotion, uh, um, um, venue companies, so you can be getting placements for your shows. Cause when you are major, they do all the dirty work for you. A fucking when you a fucking independent, um, when you're fucking independent, um, you gotta spend a lot of your own money. And that's why niggas go independent. It's the same thing when you go to majors. You got to spend a lot of money, but you got to pay that shit. It's called recruitment. A lot of people, that's why a lot of niggas be in the red and not in the black, because they don't recoup. Niggas might spend $2 million on your project and that shit make 480,000. Now, you know what I'm saying? It won't recoup. So you got to respect the nigga that's living like a major artist but getting independent money. And some niggas that's independent money is look major because niggas from majors don't really get no fucking money. We don't, yo, niggas don't get no money. Let me tell you, I don't care how much jewelry a nigga got, how many cars a nigga got, I don't care what nigga got going on, right? If you not getting booked 6 to 7 days out the week, you're not making no money. You don't really the revenue, the streams income don't really come in, and they come in a quarterly order. So for you to sustain, to be an artist, to maintain your car, your crib, your family, your jewelry, this, that, and the third, your girlfriend, your friends, your entourage, you have to do shows. And these like niggas in the game will blackball you. Because they be, yo, bro, I'm telling you, when you go up against the powers that be, bro, it makes it harder for you. Not saying it's gonna stop your money, but it'll help. It'll start blocking opportunities for you. It'll really start blocking opportunities for you. And I'm gonna call Spesh when I get off the line because he just hit me. That's why I told you I got a relationship with niggas. I don't know how he taking any of this. I'm just speaking my assessment. And up here, I speak the most positive. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, majors get connections based off of indie, and y'all gotta build and grind. Yeah, man. The audio's low. How's the audio now, y'all? Like static. You good. You ain't trolling, beloved. I ain't tripping. Don't forget majors get connections based off relationships, and y'all build, grind, and deal with the bullshit unless you got solid relationships. That's a fact. What does hip hop mean to you? Spesh jumped out the window. I don't think he's jumped out the window. I think he's just standing his ground, bro. You gotta understand when you up against the powers that be, you gotta stand your ground. As soon as you press that nuclear button, you gotta go whatever, and he's just riding it out. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't take no sides in this shit. I speak my positive assessment on it, and that's it. I know how this game get. I know how this shit get. I know how this game get. Y'all seen it a couple of days ago. Yo, bro, I didn't know I had so much hate. I do the same thing everybody else do on YouTube and give the most positive assessment without rubbing nobody the wrong way. And I get the most flack. Niggas be on here throwing the Frank stand, putting up pictures, exposing niggas. I don't do that. I give the positive assessment. Why? Because I'm firsthand in knowing what it took for upstate New York niggas to actually to get a footing in this game, just to get a little tap dance in this game from the only guy that got close to making commercialized success and getting a major deal from Rochester was Sonny and Y. Shout out to Sonny, shout out to Jazzy Kennedy, right? But Spesh is in Etho. Those is the guys that showed y'all with the street element, the street world of Rochester. Like, nigga, niggas get busy everywhere. You know what I'm saying? That's what they showed you. Nigga, it get popping up here upstate too. But niggas in New York is so naive. This is why a lot of people in New York be naive, right? Because a lot of niggas don't travel. Some niggas don't go out they borough. It's some guys that never been to the Bronx from Harlem. Some people just stay on their block, or some people from the Bronx don't come to Harlem, or some people to Harlem that don't like Brooklyn, or some people that go to Brooklyn don't like Harlem. It's a lot of the reason why a lot of guys are starting to barrel hop now is because they bridging the gap and they know it's money. You got to have a camaraderie. You got to have an allies. You can't beef with everybody in Brooklyn. You might be getting money in Brooklyn to have a problem. That guy might can mediate something and get in between and help y'all and spread. It's no fun and love in war. It's none. All it is is disruption. The authorities start watching because they know once a certain uses of words and a certain of uses of energy and just displaying on how you feel, they can't wait for somebody to get stabbed, shot, or hit upside the head with a bottle or a club brawl. They can't wait. It's because a lot of even the authorities don't understand the energy behind hip hop, and the energy behind hip hop is very aggressive. It's very aggressive, and it's street orientated, and niggas that rap might be far removed from the streets, but the niggas around them every day is active. They coming straight from the block. They coming straight from the block to the show venue. And they leaving the show venue. Some might go to the after party, but for the most of it, 90% is going right back to the block. And those is the niggas that's still hustling. Those is the niggas that's still cracking heads. Those is the guys that still, making sure that they money. And you the money. Always know the top artists, you the money. They got to protect you. And for them to get paid or some type of leverage, something got to happen, so they got to take care of it. So when they take care of it, that means you owe. That's how this business is ran. You see how the dynamic from the streets and the business is like this. It's like it can start collateral damage like so fast. It wasn't a fan of the diss track. Sonny used to be killing on 106 and Park. Yeah, 38 got something to say. He hard as fuck. I got a question. Ask it. You think Kiss taking $500K to battle Spesh, and who you betting money on? I wouldn't bet on nobody. I would just watch it just to see who's the better MC. Like, despite what's going on and how shit looking, Spesh ain't no slouch. Kiss ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? It's just tricky that the politics of the street got into it before the men can actually sit down and have a conversation and say, yo, I feel this way, you feel that way, you know what, let's do it like this. Once entities that don't got nothing to do with nothing, once the entities that come on, bro, it's just like niggas like now you had paperwork parties and who you ratted on and who you told on. This is about a verse. This is about who had the better verse on a song with him, Benny, and Jada. This don't have nothing about your street cred. This don't have nothing to do about who's bigger, who got more money, who sold more bricks, who did this. This is about a verse. This is about the competitive of a sport. And it's spun out and it's spinning out of control because it's niggas that don't have nothing initially to do with nothing that got to stick their nose in it to prove a point. Everybody has a point prover in they crew. And until they pull a point, it's gonna get they got to find a situation to where like, yo, I control this. It's cause of me this ain't happened. And then that's why I don't never have no entourage. You only see me. You only see me, bro. It's about disrespect now, right? Do you think Dave is being politically or he's staying out of it? Let's say this. right? It's like if you got a relationship with both parties, right? If you got a relationship with both parties and don't have no initial connection, you gotta you don't have to choose sides. But East is in a position where he worked in a close proximity with Jones, right? They have their camaraderie. Let's rap about it, right? That's his business. That's his counterpart. That's his partner. That's his circumference. That's his. You know what I'm saying? So he's not going to help Spesh win or get any type of look because of the relationship. And it becomes tricky like that because it becomes true size. I hope Spesh is watching this, right? Because I already told niggas the variety of me and Spesh relationship. I've known Spesh since he was a young man. We met years ago. We always maintain a great amount of respect for each other. I call him on New Year's. Anytime he knows I'm a genuine nigga, anytime I see him do something, I congratulate him, whether it's via call or via text. So me being, hold on, y'all. Who is it? So whether it's via call or via text, 38, that nigga from Delaware, East Trash anyway, right? It makes it tricky. Me, I got relationships with East, I got relationships with Spesh, and I'm staying out that shit. I'm just giving my assessment on what everybody else is talking about this, so don't take it no type of way if I talk about it. And this is what has been going. I've been getting the short end of the envelope because of who I am. We can't do that. We can't move the goalposts. If you come in for a positive assessment, come in for a positive assessment, and that's it. I promote pies over here. Power is everything, and positive internet energy. You want to go to the dirty side, you want to hear about paperwork, snitching, ratting, killings. It's mad different sectors on YouTube to go to. Don't come here for that. I don't do that. Like I said, I've always made a tight respect for Spesh. And I said this on my first assessment. I'll be like, yo, bro, the powers that be, man, this shit tricky, bro. This shit tricky, man. I done went up a bit like, yo, bro, it's tricky. I'm not into exposing. I'm not into making your life a living hell, because it'd be like this, right? If you do the same thing he do, you don't make no better and make you both bad, right? But so many people felt like they had to come at Spesh because Spesh came at a superhero to the rap game, which is Jadakiss. Me, I'm here, I'm a spectator and also a player. So I'm just like Michael Jordan going to watch the championship game. I'm like this, let me see who the best man win. Long as this shit stay on record, everything is cool. Once it start getting to where niggas gotta start beefing up security when they go to Rochester and Buffalo and Syracuse, and when they come down here, they got beef up when they go to these venues. That's when stuff goes all bad, because that's not what it's really about. But since street energy getting it, that's how it spirals all out. You know what I'm saying? I always said this. This is always how I always kept a maintain. Like, let me tell y'all how I found out what hitting animosities is, right? It was a basketball game a few years back, right? Shout out to my man Sap. Shout out to my man A Butter. Go get his book, A Whole Lot of Game. Go get it. I'm plugging it. Go get the book. Shout out to my man Jesse Sapp. Shout out to my man Adrian Wharton. No so as Hollywood, A Whole Lot of Game, A Butter, whatever you want to call him. Just don't call him trash, because he'll bust your ass still to this day, right? They was playing against each other, right, at Gauchos, a one-on-one game, right? And I seen niggas that be with each other every day. But once they played, niggas pick, yo, I'm east side today, or I'm west side today. And I'm like, yo, bro, we be in the club busting it up together. We go everywhere together. You from the east side, we from the west. Why it's taking this game to show the separation, how both sides really feel about each other? And that's how it took and it was so tense and so up in that gymnasium to where I was like, yo, a competitive basketball game can go fucking left, bro. It can go left. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, we leave the streets to bring the streets to the game to fuck all the money up. You know what I'm saying? Do you think Jada is going to respond? Do you think he is content with winning in popularity contests because he's Jada and 38 is this? I think Kiss is in the space where he's making his money. You know, they celebrating. Kiss been getting celebrated hard body since the Dipset versus Locks. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting celebrated because, for so long it's been tested. Has he been top 5 dead or alive? You know what I'm saying? This is not where I want to see Spesh and Jada at. Why? Because I know deep down inside Spesh got love for Kiss. This ain't really no personal gripe or nothing. This is to show you, nigga, I'm here. And I'm a nigga just like you. I was raised off your music. But nigga, it's just like all right, you remember Creed 3? The movie Creed 3, this is how it is, right? Even though you my man, even though I'm a fan and respect you at this craft that I've been watching you do since I was a young buck, the only way for me to be great or to be king for a day, like everybody got to get their chance to do, I gotta go against you some type of way. I gotta come to the throne. Everybody did it. It's no different. It's nobody. Everybody going at the crown. The Eminems, the Jay-Z's, the Lil Wayne's. Lil Wayne, y'all remember the Lil Wayne and Jay-Z back and forth when Wayne got on to show you what you got, beat this, that, and the third. It was just like, yo, I'm here now. I know you had 10 summers straight, but I'm here now. You gotta respect it. And for me to keep my crown, I gotta go against it. It ain't nothing personal, but we watch something minute as a wanting a verse or the double back and be creative together to spin out the spiral to where niggas are trying to dig into niggas' deep backgrounds, and that's not needed because now when you doing that, it becomes and I know everybody from both sides, TS, everybody, and I got respect and love for everybody, and it just don't put us in a good light. You know what I'm saying? It takes away from them. You know what I'm saying? It puts more authorities in it. Now you got niggas watching like, who's gonna make their first move? Who's gonna make their first move? Who's gonna jump out the window? And it just be like, man, the one that jump out the window is gonna be the one that suffer the most because you're gonna lose everything that you worked so hard for. All they had to do was make us a Sunday school. I don't know what he meant by that. He not only going at Kiss though. Well, he's going at whoever he felt like was going at him. And all fan war. Like I said, I don't have to agree with everything that niggas do, but I respect it. You know what I'm saying? I respect it. Word. He not better than Jones. That's everybody's opinion. That's I like hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? I love the competitiveness. I love when you can like. I remember when Kiss and Beans met up at Riverbank, right? Everybody was geared up. The rappers was geared up, ready to go on some street shit, but niggas had to have a talk to understand, yo, I done met your moms. We done did concerts and tours together. We done made money. We on classic records together. How does it look? Yo, bro, did you ever hear the Temptations and Smokey and the Four Tops fighting? Or Smokey Robinson and Marvin Gaye beefing? Or Marvin Gaye making a record? That bitch ass nigga Smokey. He a bitch ass nigga. I can sing better than you. I can sing better than you. You ain't gonna never see that, bro. Why in hip hop we do that? Hip hop is the only place people to gauge age cap and street restrictions on what we do. Imagine if you would have seen even though, right? We know Michael Jackson and Prince was rivals because of their artistry, right? But you never heard Michael say, "You purple motherfucker," and the motherfucking mother. You a purple motherfucker. You got your holes in your butt. You got holes in your pants. And you're looking like a girl. And you wear high heels. And you wear high heels. Ooh, baby. You ain't never hear Mike do no shit like that. You ain't never see Mike do no shit like that. Or Prince. Prince ain't be like, "Dearly beloved, this bitch ass nigga MJ with that glitter glove, I stick it up your ass, you bitch ass nigga, and moonwalk all over your face." You ain't never see Prince do that. We the only ones that do that stupid shit. You know what them niggas do? They artistry. You know what Mike did? Mike showed niggas, yeah, you great. Yeah, you great, but none of y'all fucking with me. I'm the top dog. I'm the messiah of this. Niggas see Mike, niggas, grown ass men. They gotta carry niggas out on stretchers. Like, come on, bro. It's just levels to it. It's levels. It's levels. It's levels. It's levels. But yeah, man, that's the only ones that do it, B. I wish all the best for this situation. Cause I know where it can go and where it don't need to go. And that's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty. That's nasty work. But it was like, you know how many, yo, and this is how I know people just like trouble, yo. You know how many people was DMing me and texting me like, "Yo, when you dropping your verse, I know you got something. I know you chiming in." No, I'm not. No, the hell I'm not. Nope. I'm not saying nope, nope. I'm sure not. Y'all won't get me in the mix with that because I've my career, me being a rapper, it wouldn't have been nothing without elements from Rochester, Syracuse, and New York and Buffalo. It's chapters in my page. I done slept out in them cities. I done ate out in them cities. I done hustled out in them cities. I got a godson from Buffalo. I got family out in Rochester. My Uncle Tim, shout out to my Uncle Tim, get well, cause I heard he a little sick. Shout out to him. Yo, bro, I've never been regional, cause I always help bridge the gap. I always supported the upstate um artists because I knew they was dope and they just didn't have a out on my outlet to display they talent. We all New York. We just in different variations. Niggas from Middletown, they from New York. Niggas from Albany, they from New York. Niggas from Rochester, Syracuse, they from New York. Buffalo, they from New York. When you see it, it say Rochester, New York. Buffalo, New York. Syracuse, New York. You know what I'm saying? Word. It just be the politics that be. You rap better than Jim Jones. Yo, I ain't here to rap better than nobody. My competitive state is over for that. I ain't rap competitive for niggas in a long time because you know why? Because everybody got their own opinion. People gonna like who they gonna like, man. You can't change people's opinion and their preference of what they like. Some people like Fahrenheit cologne still and gray flannel. Some people like Baccarat and Gucci Guilty. It's different preferences. I ain't here to change nobody preferences, but I'm also here to extinguish the beef. It's no beef between New York and Rochester artists. For everybody that chime in, let them do them. For the people that got relationships with Jones and East and Spesh, y'all keep y'all relationships by staying out of that and not staying out of that, not by not picking sides. I can give an assessment without picking sides. And at this stage right now, ain't nobody wrong. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody wrong. Everybody defending their honor and whatever they gonna do. So it's already let. The gloves been taken off days ago. So all I'm here is to commentate and to make sure that people understand that as a bigger picture. Like you got way more to lose than to win or gain from a simple dispute. You can gracefully just keep doing you, making great music, continue to get your money, or you can feed into the negativity and feed into your ego, because sometimes our ego oversubsede our thinking. Sometimes our ego I have us thinking otherwise, and then you be in your mind and it be too late. You be in a cell like this. Yo, how the fuck did I get here, bro? Yo, dude, I got the big house, my kids. Yo, what I'm gonna do? Somebody just got hurt just because we was rapping, bro. Nah, bro, we could have. That's when we start thinking the rationalizing, the reasonalizing, and all that. And yo, I could have just called. Nah, bro, let's keep it rap. Most disrespectful diss ever. Peace, I'm all the way from Chicago. Respect. Drop a freestyle on the live. The world is a buffet. I never heard 38 before all this. Well, if you ain't heard Spesh before all this controversy, you must ain't been tapped in on the underground. Like, it's guys like Bo D. James, Rock Marcy, um, Tech Nine, uh, Action Bronson. They underground. They not mainstream, but they dope. Rome Streets, Special Animal. Yeah, Rome Streets, these guys is taking it. You still rock the beef and Brox? Yeah, definitely. Ransom. Yeah, so many guys that's independent doing their thing. Special Mother and Gun album is better than any Kiss album. That Mother and Gun album was crazy. Production to the lyrics, top to top. I agree. I agree that was a dope album. I ain't saying it's better than Kiss albums, because you know what I'm saying. Like, to be honest, people always dispute, dude. Kiss got more classic lyrics than whole bodies of work. His bodies of work be tangible and they be solid, but Kiss main career goals and big wins come from his consecutive 16s and his back-to-backs with Style P's and his D Block series and Jada Kiss and the Green Lantern mixtapes and stuff like that. Like, Kiss gonna always be niggas' favorite. We all of us, including especially me, everybody was raised off of Kiss music. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it get to a point where the idols become rivals sometimes. That's how shit goes, bro. It's sad that's the way it goes, but no, this is how hip hop was structured. All from Busy B to LL Cool J to this been going on for years. Some keep it on wax, some keep it in the streets, but for the most part, the niggas that get the most money off of our downfalls is not even us. We don't even generate the most money off the beef. There's somebody right now that's capitalizing off this Jim Jones Spesh beef more and Kiss beef more than they are. It's people that's getting tons of revenue just talking about them beefing and throwing fire on it. Yo, bro, I was watching, and then this is why you got to keep the politics. And then I'm gonna just say this, bro. I watched the Memphis Bleak Tony Yayo shit spin out of control just because niggas that's interviewing them is throwing hot sauce on the flame. Why do we get these platforms, right? Get millions, bring in revenue, millions of revenue, right? Get paid millions of dollars, but we here to disrupt our own culture. They'll pay you, these corporations will pay you to coon out and to keep, yo, if it's gonna be talked about, if it's controversial, talk about it. Talk about it. Here another check. Talk about it. Ask them this. Make sure you don't ask them this. So before they interview them, they already got a list of shit they gonna ask them that they know that's gonna start controversy. Because controversy brings views, rules bring revenue, revenue bring money. Simple math. If y'all have done this, if nobody on YouTube know what goes on, that's what happens. Controversy sells. The company give you money to keep the controversy going on. The controversy goes on, it's gonna keep bringing revenue in, and y'all gonna keep eating off of niggas' demise. So while niggas is locked up, shot up, dead, buried, funerals, this, that, and the third, it's companies that's gonna make revenue and money off of this. Take my hat off, nigga. You think Bleak could get a record deal without Rockefeller? I don't know. He just was at the right place at the right time. Until tell him was moved scared. I don't, man, I'm not getting it out. You're a great rapper. But yeah, that's like, but yeah, man. But like I was saying, man, in the beginning, before it got really crazy, I was like, man, in this business, you need allies, because the powers that be, like for a nigga that got blackballed, like it was times that I was going up to record labels and niggas was turning me, they wouldn't even listen to the music or nothing. And it was just like, yo, we got relationships with this one. We don't want to mess up our relationship. We making money with this. We ain't make no money with you. So it's not to say we gonna pick sides, but we gonna pick sides in this. And it was just hard to open up doors until I just said, fuck it. I just got to get it my way. And I went to acting. I went to making merchandise. I just did a whole nother, I just went a whole nother field. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And like I was saying in the beginning, that you might be an independent nigga with $5 million. Say you are just a rich nigga from independent. Say you got $6 million, right? But you going up against niggas that got 20, 50, $60 million. And these media outlets, they don't got no backbone, and no loyalty and no integrity to nobody. So a nigga can pass off $100,000. Yo, put all the baddest things you can put up against this nigga. If it's fake paperwork, we don't care nothing. It's smear. The niggas got the money to go on a smear campaign, bro. Niggas got enough money to smear you. Don't matter how much leverage you got, how much revenue you bringing in for yourself. Niggas got enough money to just smear you. And then now you going up against 10 people. You can't beat 10 people. It's not that much damage control. Then you just wind up just going, crashing out, doing kamikaze, and just going on, like just digging a deeper hole. You gotta have allies in this business, cause yo, the black ball is real, bro. Yo, the black ball is real, bro. And you ain't even gotta pause that. The black ball is real. Yeah, man. Well, like I said, I wish the best for everybody in this one, cause it's just hard to see where this is gonna go, because there's just so many different entities in it now, and it's just like, all Spesh got to do is keep breaking artists from his hood, and he don't need the industry, and that's true. Or the only way you can win awards, just keep doing you. Success beats everything. When the niggas try to get you, that want to see you lose. Success beats everything. Casa, please bridge the gap. I done bridged the gap for so many years. I still have relationships with a lot of upstate artists, and we talk behind the scenes, and everybody take on this. It's just like, yo, this is getting nasty, because it's niggas that know and love Spesh. It's niggas that know and love Jim and Jada, and niggas that stand out of it. Like, niggas was, yo, bro, I got so many DMs, and I know you chiming in. You can speak on this. You can. No, I cannot. Only thing I can do is give my commentary what's going on with them. I'm not getting into it myself per se, but I don't want no smoke with nobody that I don't have no initial beef with. That's what people problem is. You niggas go to tend to choose to pick sides because you this. No, I just did the concert, but I choose to pick. I'm not picking no sides. I'll stay neutral, and I have a respect for everybody. I can't speak for East. I can't speak for Jada. I can't speak for Spesh. I can't speak for Jim. All I can do is try to take a negative assessment and making a positive assessment of what's going on. And everybody just trying to run with this. Everybody talking about everything but the music. Word. And I said this from the beginning. I said this. I said, yo, bro, the powers that be, it get nasty. The politics is crazy, because independent niggas don't be caring about shade room and stuff like that. Niggas don't even be having the resource to connect it to it, because niggas be messy. But you be needing that Hollywood unlocked plug, and that tea room and all that, because if you got relations, let me tell you why you need relationships with everybody in every room, right? Say somebody said you did something bad and they put it up on Shade Room. If you got a relationship with somebody in the Shade Room, you can 90% get the chance to get it taken down. But what if you ain't gonna got no relationship? They gonna let that narrative go through. Say it go, you going um um Hollywood Hollywood Unlocked, and you got to go up against a nigga like Jason Lee, but somebody know Jason Lee and be like, yo, JD, that's my cousin. Yo, can you such and such? Such. You got to have relationships. If you don't, it makes people make you look like the bad guy. These people get paid to paint the narrative on anything that's going up against what they're getting paid for. I can go right now and be like, yo, it's this clothing line. I think he biting me. Yo, such and such. He copying off this. Yo, I got 100,000 for you. Yo, put up all the worst things. Yo, spread this out. Spread this 100,000 out to Shade Room, this the tea room, this, that, and the third. Boss up, this, that, and the third. And that's how it goes. That's how it goes, man. Word, man. And this special bad guy, no, he just a nigga trying to win like everybody else. He ain't the first nigga to get in the battle with a top dog. He ain't gonna be the last. This is what niggas do. Niggas always act like this is something new. This shit been going on forever. This like the Inquirer magazine back in the days, if you know. Yeah, remember the Inquirer? Yo, let me tell you how I got familiar with the Inquirer. God bless my grandmother soul, Catherine. She used to shop every day. It's not a day she don't go to the supermarket. She used to always buy the newspaper, the Star, and the Inquirer. She knew the stories in the Inquirer was bullshit. Man with 6 heads. Michael Jackson sleeps in an oxygen chain. This, that, and the third. All those was tabloids, right? And I said, Grandma, why you read this stuff? She said, I know this shit ain't true. It's just entertaining. It's just like a movie. It's entertaining. It ain't real. It's just entertaining. My grandmother used to say that all the time, like, Tony, this shit ain't real, it's entertaining. It's just like reading the funny papers on Sunday. And when I thought like that, that shit stuck with me forever. My grandmother was a wise lady. She used to put me on the mad shit. She was like, that shit ain't real. There ain't no man out here with no 3 heads, this, that. They got the first alien sighting, this, that, and third. It was nothing but tabloids. Because they know people are going to read it. Because they know it's a million people like my grandmother. Know it's a 99% bullshit, but it's entertaining. What I like to see, 38 Spesh and Jada spar for that 500,000. Yep, hell yeah, I do. Yep, I want to see who's the better MC at this point. Yep, I sure do. It ain't got nothing to do with Kiss history or nothing. A lyrical fight is a lyrical fight. The best man wins. But the only thing that I don't agree on, you gotta add a crowd, Spesh. You gotta add a crowd, and you can have those judges, but it gotta be the crowd participation. Niggas gotta hear them punches and all that. For real. Niggas, I watch it like, yo, bro, I try to bring the fun in the fun to assessments. Everybody try to bring the negative and want this nigga to win, man. I don't want to see no paperwork. I don't want to see nothing about none of that. Don't even bring that over to this channel, because you know why? You're gonna get blocked and X'd out, and you can go over to the other sector and go watch whichever you want to watch. The niggas that just try, debate guys that bait you to say something, so because they, yo, bro, y'all can keep that. And that's why I start. And that's why I said in the beginning, y'all can go back like 3 assessments when I first started talking about the Jada and Spesh shit, right? I said, I said, Spesh was like, yo, I can get my independent money and I don't even gotta fuck with these niggas. And my answer to that was like, he totally right, right? But what happens when niggas start fucking with your industry money? You know what I'm saying? You might not be in, you might be an independent, but you still among a music industry, a music business. So a nigga start blocking you in opportunities in other places, like, why? Because the niggas that you be going, and this is not just for Spesh, this is to anybody that I tell. It goes because niggas take take a 20, 30, a 20 or 30 year relationship over a nigga they just met and gave a pound, or maybe let rhyme on a radio station, or did an interview with. They be like, I don't know him, so I'm gonna take the hometown. And then, you know, guys up in Rochester that's on the radio, they gonna take Spesh side like they supposed to, you know what I'm saying? But New York is the only place that we downgrade our own people. We'll be an artist that's going through some shit in New York, and the New York niggas will kick us in the back harder. This is what I don't understand, but if you going up against somebody else in another region, we all stick together. It's supposed to be the opposite. We supposed to stick together when a nigga from our town is going through it. You ain't see nobody speak up for Diddy. Nobody ain't speak up for Diddy still to this day. Nobody ain't speak up for Diddy. And all these niggas was at the parties. All these niggas was getting the free champagne, the free Ciroc, this, that, and the third. Everybody was Ciroc boys. Everybody was on a yacht. But when that man went down and looked like his life was going to get taken from through a RICO, graces of God, you know, spared him and gave him a few years in prison. Everybody turned their back. That's what this game is. It ain't about that. It ain't about I'm an independent and I got money. Yeah, you definitely got money. You definitely independent. You doing your thing. But the powers that be is crazy, bro. It's not enough money and it's not enough resources to go up against the powers that be. The powers that be, we can't see. We don't see them people. We never gonna be in the rooms with the powers that be. They leave us among the crumbs. They leave us amongst the peasants. They look at us like, they look at the producers, the A&R, the record labels, the producers. They look at us like peasants. We're like, yo, they crumbs, and we control all of them. Why? Because we sign off the money. They need our money. If they don't go with our objective for how we gonna run these things, block. Get them out of here. X them out of here. That's how they play. That's how the game is played, bro. I went to a Diddy party and at like Justin's back in the day. I ain't seen none of that stuff they talking about. I wasn't a part of that crowd. But I heard about them type of parties years ago. Shout out to my man Ronnie Henson. My man Ronnie Henson been exposed me to the dark underworld in the music business, telling me how niggas be really getting down and all that. And not now, years later, I got to see what people be talking about. I know more upstate rappers than I do in the city now. Only ones I know in the city is BMO, Fergie Baby, Cash Cobain, and Bass Wagon 41. Yeah, they the new, ain't no new, those is the new blood. It's starting to happen like the NBA. Remember how the NBA you start seeing the old roster retire and get their numbers hung up? Those is the new guys that's ushering. Those is the new York. The Cash Cobains, the 41s, the Bass Swags, the Fergie Babies, the King Bemos. Those the new blood. In the next, that's the only thing that's gonna keep hip hop surviving if we usher in the new blood. But we gotta have the I call them the good gatekeepers, the ones that's gonna usher in new artists like Nas, the new Biggies, the new Lil Kims, the new Foxys, the new Erykah Badu's, the new Michael Jacksons, the new additions. We need somebody that's gonna bring all the new stars. Everybody now is just a celebrity. Nobody's a star. Everybody's a celebrity. Nobody's a star. You don't got those type of people. You might get a couple of people like, yo, that's such and such. Yo, can I take a picture? It wasn't Michael Jackson couldn't take no picture with nobody. Like, can I take a picture, Mike? No. People say Michael Jackson. A whole city of people is chasing him. So that's the difference between being a star and being a celebrity. Everybody can be a celebrity. Everybody's on YouTube and Twitter. Y'all, they celebrities. Celebrity is only a level of popularity. A star is out the stratosphere, bigger. You can't. What he do really can't be touched. Yeah. But I feel for the niggas that's going up against the system, bro. It's hard going up against the system. It's hard being an independent and in certain aspects. Once you figure out the glitch, how to just go from artist to consumer and be successful, that's the easy part. The hard part is sustaining that success and and getting over the hurdles that the powers that be put in front of you. Special know exactly what I'm talking about. He can agree with me on that. He know what the powers that be is. He been heard about the sucker shit that go in the music industry way before he got in the business. I got a cousin who was a bodyguard for 10 years on my dead father. I've been hearing these stories since I was a kid. He know he's this motherfucker. Yeah. Bro, you see Action Bronx and the Mayhem One starting to cook shows up here. They been indie. Yeah, yo, bro. Cause niggas is figuring out that the threshold of rap, music not selling like that, right? So if I'm a musician, I gotta find something that's going to amuse the people just like my music. If it's a cooking show, if it's an art show, if it's a watch show, whatever, if it's a podcast, these rappers is retiring right in front of your face because they catching bigger bags at media than they ever did in rap. They might catch a $20 million check. You know how long in the rap game for the pace that certain artists go along, how long it's gonna take you to actually stack 20 million? You know what I'm saying? Instead of getting that in one lump sum, something you get in 15 minutes from somebody that got a lot of money. 15 minutes, y'all sign off, take the picture, this, congratulations, this, that, and the third. Imagine another artist, it's gonna take him half of his life to make 20 million to stack. Some guys retire from rap with 6% of that, if anything. Yeah, it's just like yeah, but I'm gonna let people know when it come to this thing of music business, it ain't no loyalty in this. And the loyalty that you do find in this music business is rare. And the ones that they do know that's loyal in this music business, they get them out of there. Anybody that's playing the game clean, you don't survive long. And that's why they run to the end of, that's why you become independent promotion man. Instead of sitting in somebody executive office, you go buy your little office space, or you might do your business out the comfortability of your home, sitting at a desk and just doing it through computer. But it's guys that's being independent photographers, being independent promotion men, independent A&Rs, independent, and because it's a lot of people that want to stand up for the artists in the right way, and that's not how the industry is structured. This industry is made to take. It's made for, we give you a little, you got to pay that back with interest, and we're going to take a whole lot. And we want to own it. And after 20 years after we juice it for everything, after we get all the main revenue, then you can have it back and see what you can do with it. That's what this game is take your IP, pay you for your IP. They make more money off your intellectual property than you do. Then they give it back to you when they done juiced it out. You'll still make money from your IP, but they gonna take all the we gotta know your intellectual property is worth the most when you're active and you at your peak. When you sitting back and you just receiving these little checks in the mail here and there, a few thousand, this, that, and the third. No, they receiving those big checks, 100,000, 275,000, 450, $1 million. Though they getting the big checks, and you sitting at home getting the 10, 15,000, 17,000, 20, 2,100 check. You getting those because That's what they do. We give you a little, you think it's a lot because you never had nothing. We give you a little, you think it's a lot because you never had nothing. We want that little back. You better recoup, and we gonna take a big chunk. Even if you don't recoup, you might just make enough for us to give you another chance. We're gonna give you another check, and they know this. They gonna give you another check, hoping that you pull yourself out of this hole and that hole, and then you break even and you leave with nothing. But say you don't even make nothing off the second try, they own everything forever and you out of there. And that's how it is. And then that's how you got to become an independent. That's the industry. That's the music business. That's the music business for you. Give you a little, you think is a lot because you ain't have nothing. You got to pay that back with interest. And if you do recoup, we gonna give you double of what we gave you this time, last time. With the that's the hardest part about the music business, sustaining your popularity, sustaining your freshness, sustaining. You got to reinvent. Being to have a longevity career in the music business, you have to have reinvention. Whether it's your hair, whether it's your look, whether it's your sound, whether it's your fashion, whether it's just your overall approach in your marketing of how you promote yourself. Yeah, ain't nothing but loans. Enorm, what's going on, baby? And that's what basically happens, bro. Some of us got to find out the hard way because we independent and we going up against the system anyway. You know what I'm saying? We going up against the system anyway. Yeah. Yeah. Respect the insights are appreciated. Thank you. That's all I'm here to do is just to give insight and a positive assessment on what's going on. People people don't like when you do positive. They if I was here talking about Spesh and talking about Jim and that's when they be like, it'd be 1,000 people in. But shout out to the 280 some people that's in here because they appreciate my assessment and they know I'm talking the truth. Like it's just leverage, man, and levels, man. And people use their relationships, and people use their relationships to block you. Like if you don't know people in these buildings or these companies, and you going up against, they be like, all they have to do is pick up their phone and be like, yo, you already know. I bet. Check their account. I'ma wire you this. And that's how they do it. Niggas start playing the money game. People start playing the money game. Yeah, that's how these big corporations be. You know what I'm saying? And your few million that you might have, you might be rich to a broke guy in the hood, but to these big corporations that's playing with got $1 million accounts, that ain't no money to them. They look at you and laugh. They be like, but it's gonna be crazy when the independents start getting the power that these majors is doing. I thought Michael Jackson and Bill Cosby, nobody escapes the rape. Nobody escapes the manipulation. Nobody escapes the blackball. Nobody. If you successful on top and you a threat, and like to 38 Spesh is a threat to the industry. Why? Because he's self-contained. He don't need to go to none of you niggas studios. He got his own. He don't need none of you niggas distribution. He got his own. He don't need none of you niggas money. He got his own. Only thing y'all got over Spesh is leverage and camaraderie and relationships due to time. You know what I'm saying? And people take it and be like, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna make some bread. I don't really know, dude. That's how the niggas play, man. It's filthy. It's the Illuminati world. We not speaking about that type of stuff on my platform. You can catch back because you genuinely solid dude, but that's only for so far gotta throw a little mud. Nah, you ain't gotta throw no mud on nobody. You ain't gotta throw no mud on nobody. Let me break that concept down to you right now. For me to be successful is for me to sustain what I do for the people that need to see it. For people that like positive assessments and want to keep learning and taking these gems that I give them. Even sometimes when y'all tune into my live, get a notepad or write in your phone or write, get something and remember some of the jewels that I'm dropping to you. You don't have to sling no mud on nobody to be successful. You don't have to see the thing. I be reading a lot of the comments and people want me. What if I never had a gripe with Spesh? Why would I come on my platform and talk about him? I don't have nothing to do with that. I can only go off of how a man treated me and the relationship I have with that man, and it's always been respect. I don't get into situations that I don't have nothing to do with. I will not overstep my bounds with none of the relationships I have. What I will do is give my assessment positively on what everybody else is talking about. What I'm talking about right now is nothing new. It's over 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 stories on YouTube talking about what we talking about right now. But I choose to talk about it in a positive way without throwing mud on East, Jim, Jada, 38 Special, anybody. You ain't gonna go to no other platform and get that. All you gonna get is negativity, pickle slinging, disrespect, and you know what I'm saying? And I was listening to something on 050 when, you know what I'm saying, where Spesh was breaking down why he went at Chrissy and all that. And he was like, you know, I don't want nobody to talk about Spesh moms. I don't want that. That's what I don't. That's the only thing I don't want. I don't want nobody talking about somebody deceased moms. And this is what I be saying, bro. When was it cool for us to talk about the dead? When was that cool? When was that cool to talk about somebody dead? I would never go that blow. If I was an MC going up against Spesh, that's the first thing I'm not going to do. I'll figure out his flaws and what my gripes is, and I aim on that lyrically. I will not go to nobody's deceased moms or nobody's girlfriend or nobody's nothing like that. Nothing of no type of woman's stature unless you go at mine. Now you go out lines, it's all fair game and war. But even that, it's a certain level of respect that I'm gonna still have for that person, not to talk about nobody deceased, because I don't know what it feels like to not have my moms, because I'm still here to have my moms. So I would never say nothing, you know what I'm saying? One time I did that and I regretted it, and you know, I asked Allah to forgive me for my sins, you know what I'm saying, because I'm not perfect. But that's a no-no. I don't go that route. I'm not going at nobody moms, nobody girlfriend, nobody nothing like that. And I would definitely would not want to see nobody go to that route to somebody say something disrespectful to Spesh moms. Nah, that's a no-no. I'm not tolerating that on my platform. Nobody, we ain't doing that. No women, no kids. Keep it straight to the men. We both have penises and nuts, and we can all let them hang. You know what I'm saying? No pause. Straight up, we men out here at the end of the day. Yeah, it's fair game. I ain't doing that. It's corny. Let me tell y'all a story about how a kid disrespect my mom's on the phone one day, right? I was going to George Washington High School, right? I was going to George Washington High School. And I used to chill with this kid. His name was remain anonymous. He was a rapper also. That's why I took a liking to him. We like to do the same thing. and he was a notorious thief. We would go in the store less than 2 minutes. He would come out with potato chips, cake, sodas, and all this type. I'd be like, yo, when did you have time to steal all this stuff, right? So one day, make a long story short, he called my crib. We was chopping it up, something, such, such. Chopping, yo, I'll see you tomorrow in school. Yo, we gonna play hooky. Yeah, we gonna play hooky. All right, bet, bet, bet. My phone rings. I leave. So I come back in. My mom's pick up the phone, and a nigga said some shit like, "You want to hear me rap, bitch?" Stupid. He's so stupid that my mom's and my grandmom's was like one of the first people that had caller ID. When I seen the number that called back and just disrespected my mom's, my mentality was when I go to school tomorrow, I'm beating the shit out of this kid. Straight up. This was my mentality going back for just saying that to my mother, and she's alive, right? So check this. I told my mother the night before, I said, yo, mom, I might get suspended. But just know, he not gonna get away with calling you no bitch. I couldn't sleep. I ain't even sleep that night. I watched The Honeymooners, all types of shows that was out at the time. Got up. I don't never get up for early for school. My grandma was like, "What you getting up so early for school for?" Nah. And this nigga getting this ass whipping. He gonna wear this, right? So go get me a breakfast sandwich. Me and my mans, we go to the roof and smoke a blunt. A couple of us had my man Corin, had my man Troy with me. All I had the gases. I had the gas. They got you know the niggas that put the extra quarter in your back and get you shaking. I had them type of niggas with me. After I told them what they was like, yeah, he lucky we don't jump him, but we gonna let you handle him. Yo, bro. We walked around the school about 15 minutes. We go to science class. This nigga was right in science class talking to the teacher. That nigga looked at me smiling like he wanted to say what's up. I beat the dog shit out that man, bro. Broke his nose, beat him up. He was a bloody mess. For real. For disrespecting my moms, bro. Straight up. He caught that one. They say belt the ass, foot the ass. Foots, all type of toes to ass. Whole toe print on, you know what I'm saying? Through the sneaker, toe print on the butt. For real. And you know what I'm saying? The teacher, my niggas couldn't get me off him. My teacher couldn't get me off him. I just blacked out because I love my moms that much. I didn't like, it's people that, what? Man, listen, I ain't gonna even get into that. But like I said, it's just a level of disrespect is when you start attacking niggas' moms and girls, it get a little bit more sensitive. It gets a little past rap, and that's what, and you know, I done have verbal back and forth with rappers, and I don't go at, you know what I'm saying, but I say to each his own. Do what you want. That's your, you choose a cruise missile, he choose a nuke. Hey, you remember when the Cosby Show, when Elvin was messing up and Bill Cosby said, sometimes you gotta just, that's how I'm doing with this situation. I'll talk about what's going on in a positive way, but I will not put my 2 cents in it. I will give my assessment. I will give my opinion, but my opinion don't have to be valid to nobody. My opinion don't have to be valid to nobody. It don't. It don't have to. It don't have to be valid to nobody. Nobody ain't got to stamp it or nothing. This is just my assessment on trying to keep it positive and try to extinguish some of this because it's nasty. And you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I've told people, it's no secret I have a great respect for Spesh. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you gotta pick and choose your friends and pick and choose your battles. I won't do that on this. I won't choose Spesh side. I won't choose Jim side. I won't choose Kiss side. I'm a spectator and a fan of the culture that's watching on the outside looking in like, damn, this is spiraling out of control and it don't need to go there. And I know all sides and all people that's involved in this, and it's just like this. You won't hear me disrespect Spesh. You won't hear me disrespect Jim. Kiss, nobody. Anytime you ever see me go crazy on the internet is because it'd be a rebuttal, because of what somebody said to me. Other than that, I don't really get involved with that. That's why it's positive internet energy over everything. I don't got no time to be adding fire and fuel to the flame. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I wish the best on everybody on this one. You know what I'm saying? I wish the best on everybody on this one because stuff can get out of hand. You know what I'm saying? But overall, the music is good from everyone. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to East, new um, Price of Pain album out now. Go get on stream. Spesh verse was fire. He killed it. He did his thing on that album. Despite of whatever's going on with the politics or whatever, his verse was removed. I have no dealings or no authority or no infrastructure or what happens over there at FTD. So that's that. But for a person that's actually a part of that album, this is the only reason I'm speaking on it. Is the initial verse was very dope. I mean, he killed it and he did his thing, and that's that on that. And it's just funny, bro. You sometimes you involuntarily get put in bullshit you have nothing to do with, and it's just because. But me, I want niggas. I hope everybody watching this. I ain't picking no side. May the best man win. You know what I'm saying? May everybody get home safe and stay blessed, and just kind of think over your next move, because you got way more to lose than to gain from a negative situation. Let me repeat, you have way more to lose than to gain in negative situations, especially when you're going up against the powers that be in negativity that want to see you lose and don't want to see you win. You know what I'm saying? Why you think they taking the money from us with streaming? They taking the money with us, and they know they take the money from us with the streaming, right? The only way we can get money is the shows. People are poor right now. People don't really have that much money to be going to these concerts and be paying thousands of dollars so you can just make good revenue. The money is shrinking up in the streets. The money is shrinking up in the industry, and we gotta know we going through a transition and a reconstruction of authority and power of a lot of things in the industry. To bring in and to usher in the new talent, you got to wipe out all the old infrastructure, all the old way of thinking, old way of running the industry. Everything is digital. Nothing is analog no more. Nothing, everything. Even all you have to do is speak in your phone, and you don't have to do nothing analog no more. All you have to do is have common sense and know how to speak properly and pronunciate your words, and you can get anything done on voice memo, anything. The world is a little bit more easier for us now. But from the power, like I tell niggas, be careful of going against the powers that be, because it will not. Even if you're independent or anything, it will be disruptive to all your other money. You know what I'm saying? It's money that's out there that you don't even know that's coming your way, and niggas will stop that before it even reach your ear. And that's how this game is being played. Word, man. It's a nasty game being played out here. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? That's just the powers that be. It's the powers that be. You know what I'm saying? It's nasty work. I know what niggas go through when you going up against niggas that everybody's friends with. You see how they try to attack me every chance they get. They try to attack me every chance they get. But all I do is ask Allah, yo, just to keep me covered. You know what I'm saying? Keep me covered. Make sure I go to Juma tomorrow. Word. I think the dirty sector is all, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, we was better for you, Penny Hardaway or Grant Hill. I like both, but I was a Penny Hardaway fan. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, well, yeah, man, that's just my assessment on that. What was going on, and the verse being taken off. That's just the politics of the powers that be. Like I said, man, it's about relationships, man. It's about relationships out here, and you know what I'm saying. A nigga might be cool with you, might be cooler with them. You know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying. An ally to this to an ally or a friend is not going to help the enemy, and that's how this is how they structure the game to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like a win lose situation. Sometimes you win in other avenues, and sometimes you lose. Like they say, you might have lost the one, but won the fight, but lost the war. Some as they should say, but you know what I'm saying. But it just be the powers that be sometimes that just be out of our hand. One thing that I can say is that Kiss on its own. Facts. I grew up in Costa Rica. The thing that introduced me was the diplomats. Love it. Facts. But yeah, man. Shout out to all parties involved. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's hard. It's not hard for me to stay positive with it. It's hard for others, but this is the most positive assessment you're gonna get on this situation. You know what I'm saying? This is the most positive situation. Politics as usual. But we've been here for a minute. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. If you new here, stay true here. Hit the likes, hit the subscription, send this up. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see how this one play out. Pause. Word. We got to see how this one play out. I hope a pie is served in this. Some positive internet energy. Some positive energy, period. Because it's been real dark. It's been a real dark summer. This whole year started off dark. A lot of death, a lot of funerals. People keep passing away. All the elders is dying. And if all the elders is dying, who gonna guide us through? Who gonna guide the young fools, the misguided souls through this world? Who gonna guide us if all the elders is dying? You know what I'm saying? And the new elders are still trying to be young bucks. You know what I'm saying? The new grandmothers and they still in the club smoking hookah and all that. We don't got Big Mama in the house no more. I wish we still had Big Mama with the wig and the nightgown and the slippers, and she slide her feet. You know what I'm saying? We don't got that no more. These joints is trying to throw on Balenciaga heels and go out with their granddaughters and all that. Word, man. So yeah, hip hop is. I feel hip hop is doomed too, because oh they pay us to go against us. What you think a nigga gonna choose a $10 million check or not to talk about you filthy? Nigga give you a blank check here. The subject is 38 Spesh, or the subject is Jim Jones, or the subject is Nkasa. Our our whole point is for him not to win. Disruption. And this is going to do it. This paper right here is going to disrupt with anything that's going on. Why is Joe Buttons angry? Relationships, bro. They was on Love and Hip Hop together. Relationships, bro. Relationships. That's why. That's why I said this in the beginning of my assessment. I hope it don't get to where people will start picking and choosing and the black ball start. And we see it. Because that's the industry and this is independent. And the industry is bourgeois. The industry is bourgeois. Like, y'all stay over there. Y'all think y'all couldn't get in, so cause y'all got money, y'all think y'all can compete with us. No, y'all couldn't get in. Y'all couldn't sustain the system. Y'all independent. Yeah, y'all got your money and all that, but we got control. And that's what it is right there, bro. I hope Spesh is watching this, bro. I hope you watching this, my nigga, bro. I hope you watching this, dog. I really hope you watching this, my nigga, or somebody share this with you, bro. That's what it be, my nigga. And I warn, and it ain't no warning. I said this publicly. I was like, yo, bro, it be the powers that be, my nigga. I went through it. I seen that. I could see it before it happened. You be like, all right, this is where it's gonna start going. The relationships is why it's the industry. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens, bro. And I've been going it through the longest, bro. I've been in this music business for 30 years, bro. 47, 30 years in this business, and it's been hell. Because everybody want to be the man, divide and conquer. Yeah, I told them from the beginning what this is. New York get the blood money. Uh, Everybody got dirt on you. Niggas will manipulate you. Niggas that have you thinking y'all the best friends, the best buddies, drinking, me each other, kiss each other kids, go to birthday parties, and this be the one that just, yo, politics as usual. Shout out to the core megas that been indie from he fell out with Nas. Yeah, man. And it's always gonna be like that. But man, we been here. That's my assessment on this. Shout out to all parties involved. Everybody stay blessed and try to stay positive and try to find out and try to keep this copacetic before it really, really spins out of fucking control, man. And that's me. Peace. Hit the likes, hit the subscription. Your boy Young Casa. Peace. I'm out.